Okay everyone, welcome back to the channel for another video on the channel today. We're back with another track guide on Gran Turismo 7 for the new time trials that get added every 2 weeks to get yourself the 2 million credits. So if you do enjoy these videos, they help you out. We're doing them every single week. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, share it with other people, and let me know in the comments if they help you out, because we will be doing these every time the new events appear to make sure that you can get that 2 million credits as easily as possible. So yeah, we're going to go through some very basic brake markers. It's actually pretty similar to how you drive this in the Group 3 cars. So yeah, it's not that much different. This car is all about getting in them gears nice and early, getting the momentum out of the corners, and making sure you carry the speed from the exit, because the gear shifts on this car are very slow. So you want to make sure you're in the gear a little before you actually come out the exit of the corner. So we're going to go through the pointers, make sure you can get this gold, and give you that 2 million credits in 2 weeks when it ends. You have to be within 3% of the time. I think the majority of you can do this if you follow these tips. So let's get on with it. So starting you up, make sure you get a reasonable exit from the final corner, working your way down into turn 1. So the first marker you're going to be looking for is the 100 board. As you're approaching here, you're going to go past the 150 board and then there 100 board. You're going to brake slightly short of that, so as we approach it, you're going to see the braking inputs going ever so slightly, and you're going to use the full width of the track. You can see our left hand tire is actually going to go on the green bit of AstroTurf as we're getting on the brakes. You can see, look at the ghost ahead, use the full width, turn in late, down to second gear, but look, we go up to third gear very early and on the throttle super early and use a bit of the curb. This is to get the momentum out of the corner. If you come out of that corner in second gear, you're then going to have to change gear on the exit and you're going to lose so much momentum up this hill. You can actually use a lot of the exit curb as well, left hand tyre over the yellow curb and pull away up here. You can see the difference with a good exit that it makes. We managed to get that exit slightly better and pull away from that ghost massively. So that really does highlight the issue of getting a good exit from that corner. Next braking zone, we're looking for the 100 board again, braking ever so slightly short of that. You can see, use it as a reference, brake nice and early, and then downshift through the gears, keeping the car in a straight line, using the curb again to rotate the car in from the left hand side, down to first gear. However, we are going to go back up to second gear, very much how we do it with the Subaru, up to second gear before the corner. So right here, up to second gear, and as soon as you're up to second gear, you're going to see the throttle input start going in as we play it now. Throttle inputs in, clipping the curb on the right hand side, full throttle all the way on the exit. This car is surprisingly easy to drive. I was actually surprised how much grip and downforce it feels like it's got. So I actually think a lot of you are going to be able to get this 2 million credits if you just put a little bit of effort in. Next braking zone, 100 board on the left hand side. Look out for it there. There it is. We're braking nice and short of that, just a little bit before it, making sure that you can slow the car down. And again, we're going to go down through the gears, use the left hand tire onto the curb, down to second gear, and then rotating it in from, you can actually see a bit of a tire mark on the left hand side. You're going to keep your tire almost on that line, down through the gears and then back up to third gear before you're hitting the apex. And again, this is to make sure that you're getting the exit speed without changing gear. So into third gear, throttle down and accelerate out the corner. If you get that right, you can carry the momentum out the corner and then work your way into the next braking zone, which again, we're using the 50 board on the right hand side as our reference. You see it there, nice and clear. Brake just short or on that 50 board almost. So you can see as we're approaching it, just short of it, and we're going to go down into third gear for this corner. And again, you want to take kind of a narrow line into this. I like to keep it very narrow to the apex through here. So third gear, get it to that curb if you can, and then on the throttle as early as you can. You see that throttle input nice and early, carrying the speed out the exit. And you can use some of the exit curb on the right hand side. Just make sure you don't go too far wide because you can pick up a penalty. And then at the end of the green Astro there, you use it as a braking reference. I brake almost dead on the end there. So look, onto the brakes just as we get to the end of the Astro. And for this next left hand corner, we're going to go down to third gear with this car, get it to rotate in, keep it nice and narrow into this apex, get that left hand tire onto the curb, almost as you're on the curb, on the throttle at the same time, and power your way out here. If you get it right, you can stay on that throttle all the way through, use a bit of the curb on the right hand side. Just be careful not to use too much because there's a penalty out there if you go too far wide. And then working your way up to the next braking reference, which we're braking in between the 100 and the 50 board there. So right in the middle almost of both of them. And you're going to go down into third gear. So you can see braking inputs going in, down to third gear, hold it tight to the apex, get onto the curb on the right hand side. And as you get onto the curb, almost on the throttle at the exact same point, let the car run a little bit wide here, go up to fourth gear, but then before that the end of the marking there, we can see where the red and the white and the red ends. You're getting on the brake way before that. Make sure you're early there. Clip the apex, and you can see here, right hand tire should almost skim that yellow bit of curb, just don't actually hit it. And then get on the throttle nice and early, carry the speed all the way to the finishing line, and it should be a pretty simple gold for you to get if you just follow very basic tips. Now, I didn't spend very long on this. We did a 127.5. The goal time, I think, is going to be about 28.9 to 29.0. So if you can beat a 29.0, I think that you're going to have this. And I'm pretty sure the majority of you, if you just follow very basic tips here, you're going to do it, because this track isn't the most complicated track. It's all about getting on the power nice and early and carrying the exit speed from corners, particularly turn 1 like we showed you there. Carry that exit speed. Just make sure you're hitting your brake markers for this track, really. You'll see it again here, just before the 100 board. Keep the car on the left, rotate it in with the gears, then upshift early with second gear. Carry that momentum. If you upshift early, what you're reducing then is that delay when you change your gears on the exit. Because if you're coming out that corner in first gear and you're having to shift as you're accelerating, the car's going to lose massive momentum. The same for this corner. You'll see it here. Down to second gear, up to third gear before we come out the exit. Just reduces that loss of momentum out of the exit and carries more speed. And then these two left-hand corners is all about carrying as much speed as you can. But remember, you've got a second and a half to play with compared to the lap that I'm doing here. So you can afford to lose some time in some of these corners. As long as you're getting your braking right, I'm pretty confident that everyone can get this goal time. So just keep at it. Don't give up. Follow this guide. And yeah, I'm sure you'll get it. And remember to let me know in the comment section if this video has helped you out. It helps me out massively. We're currently pushing for 50,000 subscribers. It'd be amazing if we could get a few subscribers in there to push on for that. So thank you everyone who has subscribed to the channel recently. And yeah, hopefully this helps you out. Make sure you let me know in the comments. Give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you for more track guides, more streams, and yeah, all the GT Wild Series races in the future. Thanks again for watching, everyone.